What's up, y'all? So yeah, the the Amazon one finished really quickly, so I thought I'd pop over here to see if anybody was around because I missed y'all. I missed you guys last week. I missed you bunches. And yeah, I just figured I'd run down everything here and say hello, say what's up, see if anyone wasn't gonna pop on. Let me go over like the rundown again. Hello to the first three. So. Joe Gorman got these awesome patches in. Mike, good to see it. Chad, good to see it. Danny, sup? So these are awesome because it's metallic silver thread, two types of metallic gold thread, and then the copper on the outside. So LitRPG for life, awesome. They're Velcro on the back. I'm gonna put these up on the store later today, and obviously be giving away some free ones and stuff because you know Aileron comes with the free. And Evan, so Susie. Really good luck to Evan, guys. He's has a procedure, and so we wish him lots of luck, lots of love. I hope he's going to be feeling better. Andrew, good to see you. Mike, I am feeling better. I was just a nasally monster for a while, so that wasn't the best. Next thing. So yeah, whoever sent me this, thank you so much. And again, thank you for everything that all of you guys do to keep the rest of us safe. I'm very appreciative. You guys have seen the picture. My granddaddy was in the service. That's why I'm part Japanese, actually. He was stationed in Japan. But yeah, my whole family's very appreciative, so thank you. All right, let me catch up. Chris, what's up? Connor, what's up? Sam, hello. Emmanuel Montez, what's up? Nick, most cops. Always love saying that. Hello. Melvin, good to see you. Mike, yeah, again, I'm sorry I missed you guys last week. I was definitely, like I said, sick as a dog. But also, shout out to my dad, 75 years old, looks like he's 50, which is actually a really good thing. He's the cutest, awesomest, wonderfulest man ever. Shout out to Dad. Yeah, oh, and shout out to Jeff Bowman, who made these cool buttons, you know, the land buttons and stuff like that. And again, the funniest one for me is this one. It's a magnet, but it says, "I'm not gay, but a charisma 29 is a charisma 29." And that is funny as hell. Let's see. Let me catch up. Okay. So, Brandon Ariola, good to see you. What's up? Chad says, "Hey, would you send my daughter a shirt today because it's her birthday?" Yeah, as long as she doesn't wear like a men's extra large, because I'm not falling for that. You know, I also don't just close my eyes and open my mouth anymore. But if it is a little girl size, she absolutely gets a shirt. She gets the color of her choice. Message me the size and the address, and we will do it. All right. Andy Thompson says, "Love your books." Thank you so much. I am so very appreciative of the Miss Village, of all you guys. You make it happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Susie says she loves Sabana Seca. Gotta look it up. Austin Jago Dzinski. What's up? Good to see you. McCrae Hilty says, "What's LitRPG?" So, you guys tell McCrae what LitRPG is. It's basically like a bag of awesome that a unicorn kind of pissed excellence into. Yeah, and that's basically what LitRPG is. Basically, it's like you're in a game world where the characters level up and you get to see it, like, and follow it. You can think of it as like Twitch for books. Maybe these words mean nothing to you. So, yeah. Nick McCannon, good to see you, dude. Oh, no, McCann. M-C-M-A-H-A-N. McCannon? McCannon. That's what I'm going with. All right. Dusty Kenny says, "Gnomes rule." Yes, they do. Eric Simol, good to see you. Vigar Engine. I think this might be your first time here. Welcome, sir. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Mike Wan says, "Just downloaded Alliances. You are in for a treat, sir." And yeah, the book 7 is 47 hours long. So you've got that to look forward to. And I hope you keep enjoying it, man. Thank you. So Chad Bachman says she's 2. So definitely you don't get an extra large. But yes, for her, she gets it. Message me. Scott Dawson says, "Can't deny the 29. You can't deny the 29. You can't fight your feelings. You know, Tommy Boy told us that. All right, so Melvin Lilly says it's his daughter's birthday and she wears a men's XXL. I know, it's weird how many daughters wear these gigantic shirts. It's nuts. All right, shout out to Marty Binstead. I can't wait for book 8 either. I'm hoping for a release, maybe 2 releases by the end of the year. I'm working on multiple projects. I'm having a really good time doing them. And yeah, so I will let you guys know when we're getting closer. I've got a bunch of cool signed maps that they're all rolled up. I don't feel like unpacking them, but like of all the artwork that I'm getting done, so I'm going to put those up as well. We're going to be doing more giveaways around the site. And for those of you that don't know, they've never really been to the site, LitRPG.com is my site for myself, for the land, but also for LitRPG. So it's where you can find new releases every week for LitRPG. It's where you can find, like, you know, buy signed books and like, you know, cool t-shirts and tank tops and whatever else. So check it out. Please do. Give me your feedback. I've been messing around with it. So yeah. Oh, so her brother-in-law. Oh, well, I hope he comes back safe. So Sean, always good to see you, dude. Amber Hodges, hello. Nice to see you. There's a spider on the wall behind me. Marty Pinstead says, I'm not looking. All right, and Nick says his name is pronounced Makmahan. Okay, Makmahan. Right on. Got it. Richard Gibson, good to see you, dude. Austin Jakuzinski, again, awesome name. So I'm really happy that you enjoyed Predators. It took a year of my life, but I gave it my all, and I feel like I'm improving in my craft, and I'm going to keep doing that. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. And Paul says, love you, man. Love you right back. Thank you very much. Andrew Carswell says, Gnomes rule. They do. They absolutely do. Dustin Kinney wrote enough that I had to push Seymour message for the first time. So shout out to Dustin Kinney for that. And says, thank you for your books. It's helped me entertain in a stressful career. I appreciate it. It has helped me in my stressful career to write them. So I'm happy that I could add some of that to your life as well. Let's see. Again, super awesome, duper cool, mega karate Power Ranger patches. These are all, I mean, I'm just sort of blown away. Like, Joe Gorman, wherever you are out there, you're the man. These rock. I'm going to be putting those up on the site later today. And so he says he usually catches up with the video today. Well, I'm glad you made it, Beaker, and I hope I'm saying your name right. So, again, welcome. So Dustin's asking, will book 8 be like book 7 in length? Bite your tongue, sir. No. So many no. It was so... Do you know how heavy that book weighs? 4 pounds. That is 4 pounds of my life that I will never get back. That book was way too big. Way too big. No, you're going to shoot your eye out if I give you another book that big. The next book is going to be a normal-sized book. And I'm going to try to write them more often because they are normal-sized books. So, no. The next one, perhaps I'll do a thing where, like, after a certain number of books, I'll write another long one. But you guys see I'm still sick. But, like, just the logistics of keeping everything straight in my head, it was too much. So, no. Excuse me. Gosh, guys. Hold on. Okay. Now you know that I can turn red. Okay. Chris Shane Holbrook, shout out to you. He says his brother plays Scion and a character in a D&D game. Well, that is super cool. So James Bolton asks, says, someone asked what reading the books were like, and he says, this is the best way I could explain it. It's like a couple of unicorns, except one unicorn is a dragon that farts lightning, and the other unicorn is 2 unicorns. I actually really like that. So again, Dustin just asked, will book 8 be book 7? I'm going to go back to my answer before I had the great coughing fit of 2018. So yes, and Evan is very welcome, Susie. Emmanuel says, are there people actually working on a 3D rendering for the Most of Village? So we are actually, it's funny you should mention that. I had an online meeting this week with somebody who might be able to do it. So I mean, the question is, how much is it going to cost? Because as you may or may not know, I am an indie author. There is no big publishing company behind me, just like there's no spider behind me. Yeah, so like I've been making, I think we have about like 12 to 15 pieces of art now, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. That like I've made as like fan pieces, but it's just logistically whether or not it works. Either way, I am working on a 2D version of the map that will have several iterations over time. So hopefully we'll have the 3D. I mean, I think it'd be really, really cool. But yeah, so there you go. All right, so Felipe says burn it with fire. There's no spider. John Corlos, Majos. I'm not hard to say the O with the slash. I'm going to look that up. Says, I love my series. He's read the whole thing 3 times. I absolutely can recommend other series. But first, thank you so much for reading the series. And for all of you guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for being awesome. You guys like fill me up. You support me so many ways. That's what she said. But really, like, thank you. If you're ever wondering like what you can do to like help make the Land a Netflix series, help like, you know, couple it up. The things you could do is, one, just leave a review. I know it's the kind of thing, it's like, oh, I've been meaning to do it, but if you could, that'd be awesome, especially for book 1. And, excuse me. Excuse me. God, it's cold. So yeah, leaving a review would be awesome, and telling some friends, and maybe even posting in a Facebook group. But yes, in answer to your question, John, other LitRPG groups. So first of all, on my sites, litrpg.com, I have a list of every LitRPG that's ever been created, and the new releases are updated every Sunday. So you can check that out. But I definitely recommend Dakota Kraut. He came out with a second book in his second series, which is The Ritualist, not The Arithmetist. I've said that to him like 5 times. He's getting tired of me making that mistake. So that's awesome. I would recommend, James Hunter. He writes a fine series of books named Viridian Gate, and he's actually branched into some other things as well. If you want the sci-fi, I recommend Cosmo Yap. I mean, like, you know, he's was one of the very earliest ones, and I think he's been crushing the game, and he's awesome. If you want some old school goodness, I would recommend like The Initial Alter World by D. Russ. And I would also recommend Brent Roth. Shout out to that guy, wherever he may be. An amazing writer. So that should keep you busy for a little bit, but also just like, you know, chime in, hang out. And like, I've subdivided the list, as I call it, of all LitRPG on my site between like the ones that get like the best reviews and not so. And you can try each book for free on my site, so that's cool too. All right, let me catch up. Neil, Rackstraw, good to see you. Cade Hollingsworth says, I love you back. Marty Ben says LOL back. And again, Cade, thank you so much for reading my books. Like I said, please tell your friends. That would be great. And Felipe says there's a spider. There's not really a spider behind me. I'm not afraid of spiders either way, because I'm a man. So I'm not going to look for that spider. Danny says, what days am I going to be at Dragon Con? I'm going to be at Dragon Con the whole time because I live in Atlanta and Dragon Con is in my backyard. So speaking of Dragon Con, you guys, please, I'm going to put a link when I'm done, but please register to vote because I got nominated, Land Predators got nominated for Best Fantasy Novel, and it would mean the world to me if you would vote. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So, but yeah, I'm going to be there the whole time. I'm going to be walking around. I'm going to be on multiple panels. We also have the 3rd annual LitRPG Gala. That's probably going to be on Saturday, where you get to meet me and other authors are going to be there. Definitely Dakota Kraut. Definitely James Hunter, unless they have a conflict with like their panels. But like, there's going to be a bunch of people, and it's the 3rd time we do it. I like to buy everyone shots and have a good time. So I hope I see you there and I give away a bunch of free stuff. So yeah. Let's see. So Chad says the wife and I are laser engraving a honeybee hive dedicated to the Mist Village, and you want us to make some honey. I would love some honey. I would absolutely love it. Let's do that. And Jefferson Bowman says, dude, well, you know, Jeff, for sending those buttons, you get a free patch, Jeff. So just message me your address again, and I will send you a patch. And yes, they are awesome, aren't they, Brandon? Good to see you. Moira, which is one of my favorite names, and also the name of Professor X's girlfriend, which is super awesome as well. What's up? And I'm glad that I could make you happy. And let's see. Jose, all right, Joe Martinez says that I would happy to be blind. I think I'm missing, I probably forgot the first part because I've been talking so much. But Joe, I'm happy that you're happy. Yes. And let's see. It was only, Marty Ben said it was only 34 hours. Well, I don't understand what was only 34 hours. All right, so Richard Gibson says 10th book at 10 pounds. Yeah, I mean, if we put some rocks in it. All right, and Andrew says it's slick patch. It is a slick patch. This thing is super slick. It's just awesome. Joe outdid himself. He bore with me through like 20 iterations of this thing, but it came out awesome. Chaos. Yeah. All right. All right, CJ says, please don't die. I'm going to try not to. I have to, again, point out, when we had a kind of a meme roast, when people were waiting for book 7, that one of them, not necessarily, it wasn't the winner, but it was definitely one of the meanest ones. It's a picture of Brandon Sanderson, who says, "Hey, hurry up and finish book 7 or I'll have to finish your series 2. Just kind of sad. Just a sad thing. Okay. So Moira's asking how many books am I going to stop at. Again, my life goal is 50 books. Not all in the same series, not all in the same storyline. But yeah, so I'm working on it. So Dustin Preston says, I will give you free margaritas in the state of Arizona for a lifetime. Just saying it's probably worth it. If I come to Arizona, well, I will come to Arizona at some point. I've got a sister out there anyway. But not now, because I would literally melt. So that's it. So Sean Brady says, do you know a doctor for the cough? You know what doctors say? Stop coughing on me. That's basically what they say. Here's some medicine and go home. Emmanuel's asking when I do the live stream. So I've been doing them every week. I missed last week because of my dad's 75th birthday. Again, love that guy. He's the best guy ever. And also because this is me a week better from how I felt a week ago. So, but yeah, I try to do them as much as possible. Sometimes I work in a lot of giveaways because hashtag Alaron comes with the free is like a thing now. And also, is there another hashtag? Hashtag Alma Plushies? I believe we've been talking about that. I believe we've been making some headway on that. In fact, I must be wrong. Anyway, back to it. But yeah, I do them about once a week. Alex S. says, Gnomes rule. I'm so happy that you enjoyed book 7, man. I appreciate it. Jesse Gaiden? I'm going to go with Gaiden. I hope that's right. But thank you so much, Jesse. I really appreciate your reading. I mean, I say it all the time. I never expected this journey to take me there to, like, you know, transition, become such a big part of my life. But the fact that I can share, like, my work and my world with awesome people, like, it moves me. It means the world. So thank you guys so much. And thank you just for being awesome. Some of you guys that may be here for the first time may not know, but, like, you know, people are, like, meeting, like, IRL through, like, the Miss Village. We've also raised, like, a bunch of money for various charities. So far this year, we've raised, like, I think it's, like, either, like, $13,000 or $15,000 for, like, Brotherhood Sister Soul, which is a youth outreach program, for breast cancer awareness, for the Red Cross was a little bit earlier, for supporting our Boys in Blue, for various things. And last year we built a well for a village that now has fresh water. We helped, you know, with hurricane relief in Irma. I mean, we just do, like, you guys are so amazing. You make that happen. So thank you for, like, being part of the solution in this crazy world. And I really appreciate you guys. You rock. All right. So Mike says, yes, you're right. I choked in fear because of the idea of another long book. And just, oh my God, the reference documents. Can't do it again. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Alexander Dalweir, I'm happy that you're here. Welcome. Bruce Leslie Martell, good to see you, dude. I'm so happy you enjoy them. Again, I'm hoping for a release or two by the end of the year. I will definitely let you know when it's coming. And again, I'm not afraid of wolf spiders because I looked them up and I know how to differentiate them with brown recluses. Boom. Definitely gonna look that up again because I kind of forget, but I'm not afraid of them. Okay. So Jefferson Bowman says, make the mind of Minecraft. I think there's actually 2 fans that took on the task of making the Miss Village in Minecraft, which sounds insanely complex, especially when you take into account the buildings. So we will see if it actually happens, but they win something like insane if they actually do it. All right. I am way behind. Amber Hodges says, you still have to read. Oh, read them. I hope you do. Shout out to Dakota Kraut, who is here, who's an amazing guy and an amazing author. And again, check out The Ritualist, not The Rhythmicist, because it's just a really damn good book. I really enjoyed it. And Jesse, I really appreciate you getting the Friends Hook. Tell them the first one's free. That's how we do. Okay. And Dakota's in the house. Yes, he is. So let's see. So yeah, no, I'm Melvin. I'm coming to Seattle. I'm definitely coming. For various reasons. You guys have awesome concerts out there, so I want to do that. But also, like, I need to go and, like, you know, meet a bunch of people, and, you know, there's a convention and stuff like that. So I'm definitely coming to Seattle. I will definitely announce when I'm coming to Seattle because it would be great to see y'all. And let's see. So what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, Iron. Always good to see you. Oh yeah, and Jefferson Theodore Roman You're saying Guardians of the Flame. Shout out to the Guardians of the Flame. Joel Rosenberg, may he rest in peace, wrote an amazing series of books that I still remember, even though I read them probably like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, like it was yesterday. Like, that's how powerful and great he was. So shout out to that guy. All right, let's see. McCray Hilty says, I've been thinking how on earth you could do a show of KSC so much so that the books are skill. I'm not really following. I'm not following that one. Chad says Life Reset is good. Life Reset is really good. I really appreciate that thing. Okay, so they're all giving you. All right, so whoever asked for recommendations, you got recommendations up the butt. So I'm gonna skip past these. And Jeffrey Alvarado says his daughter's first birthday is tomorrow. She needs the onesie. So, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I was trying to get these onesies, and my factory, they ran out. I even got, like, embroidery done so they'd be nicer. There's no more onesies. They don't sell them anymore, unfortunately. So I'm looking for a new factory, a new distributor, but no onesies. But happy birthday to the Munchkin, dude. Really happy birthday. Let's see. Juan Aro says, speaking of honey, I'm making a mead dedicated to the Mist Village. Hell yeah. Mist mead. I think that's awesome. Okay, Rob Connor, welcome, dude. I really appreciate you reading my work. Please spread the word. Man, how far behind am I? Dude, I am so far behind. All right, let me try to catch up on these. All right. Where did I go? Brendan Brady. So yeah, so for those of you guys that don't know, there's a note from Crom at the end of the audiobook, but we also, look on my page, there's a number that you can call for another message from Crom, which you might quite enjoy. So I hope you do. Oh, Joe said I shoot your eyes out. Yes, no, I would. I'm deadly. So, Heather says she just finished Predators on Audible. You did finish a marathon because it was 47 hours long. And let us not forget that Predators crashed Audible. You guys are so awesome that you cause quote unquote global download outages for like half a day. That's how awesome you guys are. So yeah. So Danny says he's going to ride it for at least one day to see you at the con from Charleston. Dude, I hope you do, man. I'm going to be around. It's not going to be hard to find me. If you run into me, I will have a satchel, my handy dandy book bag that's going to be just chock full of, you see the panda? See the panda. It's going to be chock full of like loot and gear and stuff like that, and we'll be taking pictures, and I would love to see you. Please rock your Mist Village gear if you're coming. I would love to have that, like just a giant picture of all of us at the gala. So yeah, that'd be awesome. So Dustin says AZ represent. What? Ivan, C-A-K-I-C. Kakik? It can't be Kakik. I know I'm butchering that, but welcome, Ivan. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. And Moira says, I appreciate y'all. So Moira said she was touched by the dedication that I wrote in the book 7. Yeah, like, I think it's important to show love, to show respect, to show remembrance. Yeah, that's, I just think it's a good thing to do, personally. Like, you know, if there's someone in your life that, you know, you're around all the time, just give them a compliment, and you'd be surprised how much it changes their day. That's what I think. All right, catching up. Alma plushies, hashtag. We'll talk about it later. Cerebus says, happy birthday, my dad. I'll pass it along. Appreciate it. And Andrew says, when will I be doing a book signing in Augusta? I don't know. I haven't been to the Masters in years. And if there's like a con or something that's happening over there, like message me and I might make it out there. So yeah. And Darcy says she would love to get an Alma plushie. We are working on the Alma plushies. We are scouring the globe for a place that will make them out of safe materials, but also doesn't break the bank, because I don't like to upcharge this stuff. Like all the shirts and stuff, it's like I actually lose money sometimes depending on like the shirt that you buy. So we're trying to like just keep it really copacetic. We will probably still need to do a Kickstarter just to like get the initial stuff going, but we are working on the Alma plushies. When we have a good design, we will set it up for you guys and like you see it, and then we'll just see like how much interest there is. And if there is, then we will have Alma plushies for days. We will make it rain Alma plushies in here. All right. Let's see. So Emmanuel's asking, is there an online book club about LitRPG? So there is the LitRPG group. You just type in LitRPG to Facebook, and it's like we're at like 9,000, 9,500, an insane amount. And like we have a lot of fun over there too, so come on over. There's also the LitRPG forum, which is forum.litrpg.com. and Discord, which I literally started and have no idea what's happening over there. There could be some crazy stuff happening. I have no idea. So yeah. And yeah, so Dakota, you should do a live stream. Quit denying these people the view of your clean-shaven face. That's what you should do. So Ryan Marquez says, okay, this is a problematic question. Ryan Marquez says, do I like being known as the father of American LitRPG? All right, so there's been so much drama about that over the years. Let me give you a short synopsis of how it went down. When I first found LitRPG, there were like 5 books out. And there was no social media presence at all. So I created the group, and it was like me and like 50, 100 people for a while. And I was literally probably like the 6th person, or like the 2nd or 3rd American to write in the genre. And neither one of them like wasn't interested in being involved. So like I built up like the community, and that's why, like, you know, the LitRPG group is still the largest, and like I'm really proud of it. After my books, I'm super proud of that community. But it was a joke. Ramon Mejia, who runs the podcast, it's like someone had like wrote it to me like as a review, and I told him, he's like, that's awesome. I was like, that is awesome. So we were like joking around about it, and then a bunch of people got really upset. And honestly, if somebody had come at me and be like, hey, you know, this seems a little off, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to step on any toes, but instead people came up and be like, hey, you're going to change it. And as nice as I am, I'm an American, and I was like, screw you. So then it kind of just like, it just went on thing, and I'm like, I just kept doubling down, where it's like, go to hell. I don't, you're not going to tell me what to do. But yeah, no, I did not invent LitRPG. That started out in Russia or Korea, depending on who you talked about. I was not the first American who did it. I will take credit for creating the LitRPG community, and several others have sort of spawned off of that, and I'm very proud for the role I've played in helping other authors like spark their creativity. Many people have said that to me. I'm very proud in, you know, setting up resources for new authors, like i.e. a group, like the only, like, I think the LitRPG community is probably literally the #1 best resource for indie authors in the world, because it is a group of readers dedicated who love this thing. And so the statistics is something like new authors that write their first book maybe sell like 5 to 10 books a month on Amazon, but coming through the group, I mean, they're like 500, 1,000, something like that. So I'm really proud that I could set that up to help that as well. The original question was, do I enjoy being called the father of American LitRPG? If somebody said it in not a mean way, I'd be like, thank you, I appreciate that. Because I have just, in addition to writing my books, invested thousands of hours in growing the genre and helping support new authors. But if your question is like, was it worth it? Oh, God, no. Oh, it's been such a pain in the neck. It's been so much drama. And maybe if I was a more Zen-like person, I would have been like, you know what, guys, I hear ya, and I wouldn't need to get into a pissing match. But no, I'm a Southerner, and I like barbecue and bar brawls. So that's what happened. All right, I bet you did not expect all that answer, Ryan. But you are literally the first person who's asked me that, and I've been doing these lives for a year. So that's a pretty much a summation of how the whole thing happened. All right. Sean says, I am dying over here. Okay. So Sean says, crazy world. I feel like that's probably a reference from earlier that I've probably forgotten, but I always love you, Sean, so thank you. And Joe says, team stream. So, yeah, Dakota, you and I, so you guys may not know this, but Dakota and I have actually been hanging out for a while, and during Dragon Con, he's staying with me. So we are definitely doing a team stream. We may even do a karaoke number, and definitely are going to be, you know, busting out some like new age dance moves. So stay tuned for that. Jen says wolf spiders are cool. There's not a spider behind me. Okay. Rob says you turned me into a LitRPG addict, dude. I know the feeling, because when I read my first LitRPG, it was like, oh, Mikota Zone. Where have you been my whole life? I know, it's like LitRPG is like, I remember reading the first guy, and I'm like, how did he come up with this? how did he come up with this? And I realized he didn't come up with this. But still, like, it's amazing. It's awesome. It's awesome and awesome, awesome. And I'm happy that my work could bring that feeling to you. The first one's free. Okay. So Sherlock Rhodes says, woot, woot. And Iron Jones says, whoop, whoop. I like that. You can't plan that kind of stuff. And Kyle Canelopoulos says, Dakota Kraut, you rock, and I will co-sign that. Dakota Kraut does rock. Okay. Pete Hack says, hi from the UK. Hello from the US. What's up? Good to see you. Let's see. Yes, so Emmanuel said, read the Divine Dungeon series again. He's got 2 series, Divine Dungeon and Ritualist, and they're both awesome, and I fully recommend that you guys check those out. Excuse me, man. Okay. Cindy said she dragged it out as long as she could, but she finished it. I hope that you enjoyed Predators, Cindy. I am working on 8. Yes. So Natalie, oh, shout out to Natalie Sherrill, old friend, a beautiful, youthful friend that I have known for a long period of time. It's nice to see you, Natalie. What's up? So Stephen Hooper says, what am I a doctor of? Getting them gains. So I am a doctor of internal medicine. I am what is called a hospitalist, which is kind of proof that doctors are, lazy at naming things, because I only work in a hospital, not a clinic. And what I do is, like, you go to the ER and you're like, I feel sick. And the ER says, oh, you're not sick, get out of here. Or they say, you are sick, and you stay. And if you stay in the hospital, they call me, and I'm the one that figures out what's wrong with you, orders the medicines and tests and the procedures to get you better, does the planning to, like, set you up so you can leave. So basically, I'm the guy that stabilizes you and makes you better while you're in the hospital, and that's what I do. I'm a hospitalist. All right. So Kevin Wiseman says, love my books. I really appreciate that, Kevin. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please leave a review for book 1, and please tell some friends. All right. So Sherlock says he still needs to finish the first book. I hope you do, because it only gets much better from there. And again, everyone loves the audiobooks because Nick Podell is the man. He's the very best audio performer that there is. He is not a narrator. He is just a magical dude. And he's an awesome dude as well. And I'm very lucky to work with him. So let's see. Lessex says, have I read The Way of the Shaman? Of course I've read The Way of the Shaman. What do you think? What are you thinking here? It's like, I've also seen Star Wars. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first one much more than the others, because it was more like, it's kind of nitty gritty, like, it was more about the game. But I think he deserves a lot of props for writing a book about breaking rocks and it being fascinating. So I really enjoyed it. And Cerebus says, I kill for some Miss Mead. It's just entirely possible that in the books, somebody might kill for Miss Mead. That's entirely possible. And if he makes an ale, he'd call it Chaos Ale. Okay, a little on the nose, but sure, I'd try it. All right, so Danny says, I smoke ribs and call them Horkon Tuscan ribs. Okay, I feel that. But what about Horkon Tuscan bacon? What about that? All right, so Sebastian says, how does the size of book 8 compare with 7? It will not be as long as 7, because that was insane, and you guys are horrible people for trying to make me do that again. Nah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. All right. Chris Arian said, oh, always good to see you, Chris. Welcome back. And so Daryl says, coming to 20 Books in Vegas conference, November 6th to the 8th. I believe I don't have anything scheduled then. But I'm big shout out to Michael Anderley, who I think arranges 20 Books. Or maybe I'm confusing that with something else. But I will check into it. I'm going to write it down if I can find a pen. Yeah, I found a pen. And I'm going to write down 20 Books, Vegas, because that's the perfect time to come to Vegas. It's only like 200 degrees, so that's awesome. All right. So Skylar Soic? I'm going to go with Soic. Says, awesome books. Got me hooked on LitRPG. Somebody did that for me, so I'm happy that I could do that for you. Thank you very much. Sherlock Rhodes says, Vegas has a book conference? Yeah, I mean, just like, Playboy has articles. So, yeah. All right, let's go. Joseph, I am behind. Joseph Bella says, I love Predators. I was yelling at Audible sometimes during the story. I was yelling at Audible sometimes during the story. And they were yelling at us because we broke Audible. That's what we did. What? Oh, Ivan, welcome. You guys will be able to see Ivan's wonderful work sometime soon when I unveil the secret project. Ivan, do not spill the beans. So yeah, but it's he does good work. Is an awesome artwork. So he said, Nicholas Mason says Gen Con. All right, so message me and I will have my wonderful assistant Geneva look in to see if I can get it on the books. Because the other thing is that you guys don't realize with the cons, like they set stuff up like 6 months, a year in advance sometimes. Like I got accepted to next year's Jordan Con like 2 months ago. So that's like 10 months in advance. So I will check to see if I can make it in, and if it's early, if like I haven't missed a thing. Oh, okay. So I got to take a second here. Shout out to Arshad Ali, who was the smartest doctor that I trained with. He is a brilliant man. He is a lifesaver. He is a warm-hearted person, which I do not say about many doctors. Real talk. But I just want to give a shout out to Arshad Ali. Keep fighting the good fight, man. I love hearing about the wonderful programs and things that you set up. You're awesome. So Chris Krahowski says, new book 1,000 times. So I'm working on it. I'm hoping for 1, maybe 2 releases by the end of the year. Okay, and I also want to give a shout out to Michael Chatfield, who has been one of the pillars of the LitRPG community from back in the day. He traveled the world because he got tired of us. But he's coming back, I think, and he just released a new book that I haven't been able to check out yet, but he's a great guy, so welcome to the live stream, Michael Chatfield. And Tarsi says she'd do a Kickstarter for the Almas. We will see what actually happens. Derek says, America, F yeah. I don't even know what you're referencing, but yeah, America, F yeah. Yeah, that's America, every day. Cerebus says, have I read Play to Live? Again, it's like you guys are like doing like slow pitch softball here, Get out of here. Of course I've read Alter World. It's a good book. Let's see. And Keegan said, will I take credit for the contribution? Yeah. So, I will. He's asking me if I will take credit for the contributions to the Gnomes Rule phenomenon. I created the Gnomes Rule phenomenon. So yeah, I will take credit for it. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. I am flattered that other authors like to weave that into their stories, various places. But yeah, I started that. So yeah, there you go. So Ian says, good for me. Don't let the others force you about. No, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I take the books very seriously, but at the same time, it's like there is real serious stuff happening in the world. There are real people that really need help. And that's why I'm so honored that you guys will rise to the challenge when we do these fundraisers and stuff for charity all the time. But yeah, as serious and as much as I love these books, I'm writing about magic and elf boobs, and it's not worth, going to the mattresses about some stuff. But at the same time, I'm not just going to roll over and, let someone, push us around. Get out of here. Who are you? You want to have a civil conversation? Great. You don't? I'm ready for that too. Simple. I am an American. That's the way it is. All right. Let me catch up here. Aaron says, I'm awesome. You're awesome, Aaron. I really appreciate you reading my books. Thank you. And Emmanuel says, it'd be cool in the future if there was an origin story. So that is on my to-do list, but I have many other stories that I'm trying to get out first. My people have asked me what my thought process was, and I always thought that the land should be the Star Wars universe, not in the plot structure at all, but just for the fact that, they can have storylines that are here, and then the other storyline interweaves, and there's another storyline over here that doesn't really touch on stuff. But I just love that it was so expansive. And one of the things that I set up with the land was that, there's just an amazing room for growth. So it's been an amazing, I use amazing a lot, amazingly. So it's been an awesome story and an awesome journey, but yeah, I'm just really excited about telling these stories as they come out, and there's a lot of other stories that I want to tell. So yeah, all right. So Sharon says, Alaron, do you know how to delegate? I will take that criticism. No, I am horrible at delegating. I am the guy that's man, no, it's faster if I just do it myself. I am learning that. I am working on that. Hopefully one day I will learn how to do that. All right, so let's move forward. So Moria says Nick Podell is awesome. Nick Podell is awesome. I haven't listened to every narrator in the world, obviously, but I've listened to a bunch more since I've been doing this, especially when I was shopping for a narrator for the land. And he's amazing. He's just, he's the best. It's a cut above, it's like watching Little League versus, NBA, He's just an amazing talent, and I'm very blessed to work with him. And he's also, like I said, an awesome guy. So do you think that Nick Offerman could cosplay as Roswan someday? I think that my life would be complete if that ever happened, Joseph Bella. I think it would absolutely be complete. All right. So Keegan Hall says, have I ever had a critical or comatose patient that I wanted to tell pop spoilers to? You are a dark son of a bitch, Keegan Hall. And yes, I have. Okay. Corey Forsberg says, I want to play the Land MMORPG. I also want to play the Land. Man, I am getting red. I also want to play the Land as a game. Hopefully one day it will. Hopefully we will move past this sort of like simplistic, even like Ready Player One idealized like VR technology, because direct brain stimulation is obviously the, the future. So I'm really excited for like the idea that could possibly happen. So yeah. All right. Joe Martinez says, Aileron Crouch team stream hashtag. Yeah. All right. So Justin Sable says, I have a friend who hates me now for introducing him. Tell him somebody did it to you, so it's only fair. John C. Calvert, I'm glad that you made it. Zachariah Dean, need book 8. I need it too. We're working on it. Iron Jones says, no, I've only read up to like the 3rd book. I know, I mean, and I've seen the same, excuse me 1 second, guys. All right. All right. Yeah, we're clear. We're clear. I'm sorry. No, I've only read up to the 3rd one. I always say that one of the only downfalls of being a lit RPG writer is that you don't have time to read lit or play RPGs. I have been, since Predators came out, I have been taking time to like read what's out there. I've been really enjoying some of the stories. Some of them not so much, to be quite honest. But no, I plan on catching up. But honestly, it's been so long since I've read Way of the Shaman. I'll probably start back from book 1 or something like that. Yeah. All right. Moving forward. Lesek, I'm not even sure what answer I gave, but I'm happy that I did. Man, I got to drink some more water. Okay. Jefferson says, Roswan cracks me up to death as well. Any other characters? So I feel like you're asking for how many Easter eggs are in there. And let me just say it is egg-tacular. So you'll have to keep reading them. Juan says, have I checked out Sufficiently Advanced Magic? I think I started it and then I got involved with like my own story, so I need to go back. But I will say that the author, Andrew Rowe, we haven't met face to face, but he's always kind of struck me as like a kind of a forthright, like cool dude. I know that he's helped other authors, so yeah, we always seem like a cool dude. So it's on my to-do list to also read that again as well. All right. And Ryan's asking, what started me to create the Land series, like your group you were in, or from reading other books like Way of the Shaman? So what really made me want to start writing in general is that I needed an outlet outside of medicine, honestly. Medicine can kind of take a toll to a certain extent, and I wanted to invest in something. And like, one of the things was like, oh, I'd always want to be a writer, but I never thought it would happen. And I gave it a shot. And when I found LitRPG, I felt inspired. I felt excited, It was this kind of like giddiness that I'd been lacking for a while. So why did I write the Land specifically? I've been, probably like most of you, I've been reading books for my entire life. I've, very comfortable with a, ratted copy of, Dragonlance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight or something like that, that probably, 50 people had read before me before I found it in like the old bookstore. And I'd also been playing games, my entire life. And let me just say, it is so satisfying that all those people are like, you'll never do anything with your life if you just play games. And I'm like, stuck it. So I just tried to write, the best advice I can give for writers is write a story that you would want to read, and just let the chips fall where they may. But I wanted to create a world that was realistic. So for me, like, I feel like one of the first things that differentiated my world is the affinity system, and that basically, like, not everybody can do everything. Not everybody's going to be able to learn. Some people are going to be crap at some things. Some people are going to be amazing, even for people that are talented, there's going to be Salieri's, there's going to be Mozart's. So, and then that was sort of one of the first things. And then if you've read the books, you can see there's a lot of nuances, a lot of things. One of the other things that differentiated it really early on was that it wasn't like set in the game system, because I wanted there to be consequences. I wanted there to be realism, and I wanted people to sort of fall in love and also hate these characters and also be able to see themselves in it and, their buddy. Which is why I try to, like, strive for realism, and why, bad things happen to the characters sometimes, because even if I wasn't necessarily intending it, that's sort of like where the story takes me. So yeah, that's how it works out. So Espen Gerardo says, lies. Haven't seen you for a month. First thing you want to say to me? You kissed your mother with that mouth? I don't even know what you're referencing, man. But he definitely says lies. Okay. So Carinia Michael Klassman Roth says, I absolutely love your books, and I want to say thank you so much. I think this is the first time here as well, so welcome, and I hope you keep staying around. We do a lot of free giveaways. I'm normally not coughing like this. I'm just getting over a cold. But yeah, so you rock. So Chad Bachman says, it would be awesome if I made another book just as large as book 7. What is wrong with y'all? I mean, no, it's too long. It's too big. That's what she said. So I can't do it again. There's going to be normal-sized books for at least the foreseeable future. And Sharon Dar, yes, we did break Audible. Yes, we did. All right. So Danny says, come to Rose City Comic-Con. Again, message me anytime you guys want me to come to con. I'll see what I can do. But I think the week after Dragon Con, I may have family stuff. So, yeah. Chris Leda, I hope that means that you are coming to Dragon Con, because I'd love to see you. Take a picture. Let's do it. And Sharon says, if she can come to the ER, could I give her Richter's abilities? We'll see what I can do. Man, all right. I'm almost caught up. I am almost caught up. All right. Let me get to back where I was. So Christopher, looking good. I appreciate you think this is looking good. Thank you. Julie, very nice to see you. Welcome back. Kenneth Kinney, thank you for loving the books. Please keep reading. Bob Beard says, will we be yelling Gnomes Rule when I get my reward? I will absolutely do that. I will absolutely yell Gnomes Rule if I win the Dragon Award. But what we really need to do is, all you golf lovers out there, shout it at the next Masters, and let's get Gnomes Rule on the, like, banned list of comments, because that would be amazing. All right. Justin French, I'm glad that you have finally caught me. Welcome. So let's see. You're welcome for the bumper sticker. Yeah. I have Gnomes Rule bumper stickers. I am dying here. I have Gnomes Rule bumper stickers. And you can buy them on my site for $5, and I donate all the money for charity. Or I also just give them away for free if you just message me with your address and that you want a bumper sticker. It's all good. All right. Chris Leda says, don't work into a burn bath. You're way too cool. Yeah, no, I mean, so Chris Leda is Lida, I hope I'm saying it right, is basically saying, don't burn out. And that's real. And that's honestly why there haven't been, like, more Patreon kind of, like, new chapter and stuff yet, because I just need to take a break after 7 with, like, the book being so huge, and life and work and, the hospital and everything else like that. But I feel like in an amazing, kind of exciting place, almost like when I was starting book 1 again. So I'm really enjoying the writing process, but I appreciate you watching out for me, man. Jefferson, good to see you. Again, we will talk soon. Jeffrey Ragsdale says, what newer one have I enjoyed recently? I'm going to give a shout out to Carrie Summers. She kind of came out of nowhere with a great debut novel. It had some, like, kingdom building, which I'm a big fan of, because Civilization 4 is the greatest game of all time. Rise of Mankind mod. Thank you, Zapara. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'd say check her out. She's really good. Let's see. Corey Grand Mason, which is an awesome, awesome name, says he's reading book 7 right now. And I'm really happy that you do. Much love to you, sir. And, yes, Bethesda does need to consider these mechanics. And this brings us to the part of the show where we always say, Netflix, HBO, Amazon, come on down. Let's make The Land a show. I have very little pride. Let's make it happen. Okay. Darius says I need to stay healthy. I know. I'm getting healthier. I think I'm taxing the system. I'm going to be getting off in a second. All right. There is a Discord for LitRPG. Go to the LitRPG group, and it's in the pin post. I literally don't know the thing off the top of my head. And Darcy says she doesn't know if she can handle direct brain interface. I think that direct brain interface is going to change our entire society. You know, they all, you know, just sort of going into it. We haven't evolved in a long time because we have technology that keeps us safe. So, like, you know, the natural predators and the natural selection doesn't work. So, but it's also been theorized that every species that, you know, reaches a certain level probably stops evolving biologically and starts evolving technologically, at least for a period of time. So I very much believe that VR could be the next leap forward for us. We'll see. We'll see. And Robert Dupree says, can't wait for DragonCon, neither can I. I hope I see you there. Chris, good to see you. All right. I honestly, guys, my voice is leaving, so I gotta skip to the end and say, last question. CJ says, can I send you a PM about a charity that I think you would really get behind? I would love for you to do that. I love that, you know, we help. And even if I don't, like, the whole Miss Village doesn't do it, I'll see what I can do. But yes, please send me the info for that charity. So, everyone, thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to be here. Thank you for helping to listen to it. Just a guy running out of oxygen. Thank you for everything you've done. And thank you for reading my books and being part of my world. Please tell some friends. I have been nominated for the Dragon Award. Please take like 30 seconds and sign up to register. I'm going to put the link up in like 2 minutes when I get off. And just thanks. You guys rock. I'll give more updates. And peace, love, Perfect Margarita. Talk to you later. Bye.